What's up YouTube? It's your girl Alexis back with another video. Today's video is going to be on how to start your own businesses. I know you guys want me to spill the tea on how to get started and how to become your own boss. So if you guys are interested, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can stay updated with all of my new videos on business babe stuff. As you guys know, I have started my own business. Once I started a business with purpose and passion behind it, I found that it actually started to soar. And the reason why is because I started from a place of pure intention, pure passion, and I put everything and all of my energy and effort into something because I was truly passionate about it. So the first thing I want to mention is when you think of starting a business, you may not know where to start. And when you're starting your business, it's important for you to do real soul searching for you to determine in the first place, A, what you're passionate about, and B, what you're good at. And I find that a lot of people ask questions like, how did you start this business? Or what made you come up with this business? Or how did you know what type of business to start in the first place? So speaking from a personal place, when I started my business, what I did was I started from a place of passion. You want to have a business that you're truly passionate about because when times get hard, you want to be able to motivate yourself to keep going. And the only way that you can possibly ever do that is if you're truly passionate about what you're doing in the first place. And it's super important for you guys to like what you're doing because if you don't, you're not going to want to put in the time to get better at it. You're not going to want to put in the time and the effort to market, to do your research, to do all the fundamental things that actually matter when you're having or starting a business in the first place. So the first question you should really ask yourself is, what are you passionate about? What do you like to do? I had this conversation with my mom and I told her, I'm interested in doing nails, and I think the only way that I can successfully accomplish something this year is by doing something that I really want to do in the first place, which started my journey to what this is now, Alexis. And you have to ask yourself, when you're thinking about starting a business, what is something that you could do for the rest of your life, even if you didn't get paid for it? You want to find what is that thing that sets your heart on fire? What is that thing that really gets you going and gets you motivated? There's different routes that we can take to lead you to where you're going in life. And sometimes it just takes you to take that first step to get started. One of the main things that you want to do on this journey of soul searching and finding what your purpose is checking your intentions. You really want to ask yourself, why do you want the business in the first place? Do you want the business because you want to help somebody or because you find that it's going to be of benefit to another person? Or do you solely want the business for selfish reasons or for reasons that aren't pure? And lastly, for soul searching, would be asking yourself, is your business a need and is it going to help? And a lot of times when I see people starting businesses, it's something that they just personally like. It's not something that other people are necessarily looking for. The reason why it's so easy for people to start in an industry like beauty is because it's always a need and it can always help. But there are other businesses that you could start that could do the exact same thing. You could literally find that thing that sets your heart on fire that is different from somebody else that probably no one has ever thought of. So don't forget that. Next, you guys want to do your research. I didn't initially have the funds to invest into my business. And one of the ways and the things that you can do to initially jumpstart your business is doing your research and understanding how much is it going to cost in the first place for you to have a business. So on the budgeting side of things, you have to ask yourself, what type of money do you need to start your business? What amount? And then also, is there any way that you can cut some expenses off? And what I mean by that is you don't necessarily need the best acrylic starting out, you just need the technique. You could just work with what you have is what I'm basically saying. Work with what you have until you can invest into more. And that's exactly what I did. The only way you're going to be able to prioritize your money is by keeping the job that you're working or staying employed. It's important for you to keep the job that you're working or keep a type of income, because how are you going to pour into your business if you don't have any consistent income flowing in? You need to ensure that your job can fund your business, and you working any job and prioritizing your money will allow you to do that. The smartest way for you to get out of the situation of working a job that you hate and wanting to do something that you love is by working the job to fund your business until your business can fund itself. You want to be sure that you have the income in order to build and sustain your business until your business is completely sustainable on its own. And I know as adults and we're getting older, there's a lot of responsibilities that come first before starting a business. Make sure that your priorities are in order first. Separate a little bit of your income into funding your dream. If your business is something that you really want to start and it's something you truly want to do, you're going to be willing to cut back on some things in order to see that dream flourish. So determine what is the cost for your lifestyle and your living, and that will help you determine what amount of money you can put or pour into your business on the side. And you determining which route you have to take will help you determine what type of investments you need to make. It's understanding that entrepreneurship is not easy. It's not as easy as some people try to make it seem. Just because you have a successful week or a successful month in entrepreneurship does not mean that you will have a successful year. It does not mean that next month is going to be so bright. It does not mean that 3 months from now your business is going to do exactly what it did at any given time. And just because you see somebody who has sold out overnight or who has created a business that looks like it took off in weeks or months, you don't necessarily know what journey they took to get there. Don't ever think that just because you see a picture that that's the whole story. That's literally just a moment in time. Yes, I have sold multiple products. Yes, I have sold out over time. Yes, I have done things in my business that were completely unthinkable to me. But the reasons why I got there, because my intentions were pure. I provided value. I talked to God when things seemed uneasy or unsteady in my life. And I stayed true to what made me happy. And once you find that place in your heart that makes you happy, and you start from a place of pure intent, the sky is the limit. Take it easy on yourself and give yourself some grace, especially if you are a business owner or if you're starting out in business. Next on the list is branding and marketing. And this is so important because this is literally the face of your business. You branding is telling people about your business and it's telling people that I am the best around. I am the best that there is, and there's no other business like mine, okay? And you have to get to the point where you can tell people with confidence that they should choose you rather than choosing someone else. So some of the apps that I use to brand my business, to make it stand out a little bit more, to add some personality, to add some pizzazz. You can go the free route or you can go the paid route for apps to increase your business awareness or to make your business look cool. And the first on the list is Canva. Canva is a must-have for any business, and I say this because literally it is the best for graphic designs. So anything that you want to make stand out, anything you want to add text to, literally anything you can think of, use Canva, and you will be surprised with how that alone can elevate your business. There's other apps for like admin services or for other reasons. Planoly is a great app for organization. Calendly and Acuity are great apps for scheduling. This isn't necessary for every business, but if your business requires scheduling, like booking appointments, you can use Acuity and you can make it look really, really cool. You also want to get your business bank account. That way that you can start accepting payments. Some of the payment methods that I use is PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. Cash App is a little bit wonky because if someone wanted to buck you, they could literally say that was a fraudulent charge on their card and get that money sent right back to them. So don't really use Cash App unless you have to, but I really don't recommend it in the first place. And also you want to determine which website domain you want to use for your business because you're going to need a website. But Wix or Shopify, I recommend those two because those are the two biggest website platforms that you could use. Obviously there's other platforms out there. I personally have had both. I love to use Wix though because I'm not going to pay someone $700 to make my website. I can, but I don't feel the need to do that because that same amount of money I can put into my business somewhere else. And sometimes it takes you to really make those decisions as a business owner and say, what can I do or what can I learn myself to avoid having to pay somebody else to do it for me? And then lastly, it would be consistency and mindset. So the consistency part is so important because if you're not consistent, you are not showing people yourself, you're not showing up online, and you're not really giving people the impression that you are reliable or a real business. If you don't have the correct mindset, if you don't think positively about your business or yourself, if you don't hold yourself to a high standard or your business to a high standard, people are going to tell that about you. They're going to tell that about your business too. So you want to make sure that what your business is giving is what you feel inside. And hopefully what you feel inside is something that is positive and it's going to bring light to someone else's life. So I never want it to be about the money. That's not the goal for my business. I want people to feel lifted up and feel like they can do it too. I talk to God. I make sure that I have God in everything that I do. And sometimes I'm not the best at it. But when I find myself slipping, what I do is I try and spend intentional time with him because he is the leader of my life. I would not be anything and I would not have anything if it wasn't for him. And so sometimes we lose sight of what God wants us to do and we start to do what we want to do instead. And God doesn't really mess with that. You want to speak life into what you're doing. So if you're constantly telling yourself, this isn't going to work, this isn't going to be good, this isn't good enough, you got to start somewhere. And you have to, when you're starting in that somewhere, maybe it's not exactly where you want to start, but you started somewhere. Be proud of where you are and where you've come from, not where you've been. Yeah, you've been there, but you want to know that where I'm going is bigger than where I am today. And so if you constantly tell yourself, I can be what I want to be, I can have what I want to have, this business is going to flourish. If you constantly speak life into your business and speak life into your life, you're going to start to see the change in everything that you do. We have what we have because of what we speak. So speak life into your business and speak life into your own life. You want to make sure that you're feeding yourself with good information and you keep good people around you, because these people are going to pour life into you and pour life into your business. And if people are constantly telling you that it's not going to work, you don't really need those people around you. You got to have enough faith within yourself to say, no matter what it looks like, I'm going to do this anyway. And lastly, for your mindset and being consistent with your mindset on this journey for starting your business, is understanding that comparison steals joy. So don't get into a habit of looking at people to compare your life or compare success. You could be a millionaire in 5 years and you don't even know because you haven't even took the first step. So you have to literally decide it within yourself, I can do this, I will do this, and this is the reason why. When you have your reason why, and you have a strong reason as to why you're doing what you're doing in the first place, I guarantee you when things get hard, you're going to want to keep going. Don't despise small beginnings, because those same small beginnings could take off into be huge laters. Like they could be huge, big things that happen later on in life, and it's just waiting for you to put in the effort and take those steps forward. And I can only imagine where I would be if I didn't take the first steps or take the initiative to doing something that I wanted to do. It was me literally saying, this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it. I made the decision to go ahead and go to school, to go ahead and start doing nails, to do nails when nails was hard for me, when I wasn't good at it, to do people's nails and hand out cards in the mall and people was denying me and telling me no, not accepting my cards, not booking services with me, but then booking services later. So these same people that I saw deny me, laugh at me, look at my nails in disgust are the same people who came around later and got their nails done. So do not despise small beginnings. Work hard for what you want. Put in the effort, do your research, make sure that you're responsible with your money, and I guarantee you, you're going to see your business flourish. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm sorry if I was out of breath during this whole thing because I am pregnant. Your girl is 5 months pregnant, but we're still getting things done. If you want to see more on any of this information going forward, make sure you guys tell me in the comments that it was helpful and let me know what you want to see. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys loved it.